good. This is so messy and it's so good.
Today we are doing some maintenance on our hive stand. The stand is very important because it carries the load of all of the hives. We read on a forum that there was an unlucky beekeeper whose hive stand actually tipped over because of the weight of the honey supers. So we're going to hammer some branches down into the ground to secure the hive stand in place. And we're going to use straps that we're going to screw into the stand and up and over all of the honey supers, because it gets pretty tall when there's a lot of honey being produced, and you can imagine the weight. And it would be a catastrophe if the whole thing just fell over. One side is cut on an angle so that we can drive it into the ground, but we should burn the bottoms first so that it doesn't rot. We put a thick grease on the hive stand to prevent ants from climbing up and getting into the hives. Oops.
I come prepared. Huh?
Dee 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 dee.
Dee 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 dee.
Big strong man.
Well, we ordered 6 mated queens, which we will get next week. And in order to be able to expand our bee yard, we are going to make splits. We have our 2 hives over there, and I made ready 6 new hives, and I arranged them like this. So in order to make the space smaller, because this is going to be a weak split with just 1 or 2 frames of brood in the middle. So I'll take these 2 out and replace them with 2 frames of brood. Alright, and I put in these insulation
Walls.
in order to make the space smaller so they have less space to heat up in the beginning. And I have this feeder frame here where we're going to pour sugar syrup. And since we're fresh beekeepers, we only have foundation frames. It's like just the wax. So they have to kind of fill this out all the way to the edge of the frame here. So experienced beekeepers, they will have frames from last year that the bees already
Built on. Yes.
But since we're rookies, we just have to do it like this.
So we will get less honey because they have to spend time
making wax.
Making wax. Yes.
But that's fine.
That's fine.
Bee equipment is expensive, so we took our chances and ordered some cheap equipment from AliExpress. This is our regular hive tool. We ordered these from AliExpress, very inexpensive, and we didn't have high hopes for the quality, but it's actually very good quality. And And this hook is very convenient when you want to jack open one of the frames. It's like the frame is down here and you can just make a leverage on the frame next to it, and you can just jack it up like that. So it's pretty good. And these things, I thought they were much bigger. You know, every hive drinks about 1 liter of water a day, and this is 1/3 of a liter, so it's just a joke. But they were very inexpensive. So let's see if it works.
We're going to be doing a hive inspection today. Going to check out these honey supers. The top yellow boxes we put on just a few days ago. So we're going to see if they have been building out the wax. And hopefully we'll be able to bring home a frame of honey that we can harvest.
We put in fresh foundation wax 2 days ago, and they already built it out. Can you see that?
Yeah. It's a lot
It's
thicker.
not completely done yet. And they've also closed this gap up on top here.
Let's see if we can harvest some honey.
My brand new hive tool. There's still some drone brood. This is a frame that I lifted up from the brood chamber, but all the worker bees, they came out and they started to fill it up with nectar. You can see honey in the corner, the capped honey.
Yep.
So they're in the process of capping this. See, it's very heavy. It's probably 2 kilos.
Lots of nectar.
So we can't harvest it now because the water content is too high. Because when they cap every cell, that means that the water content is about 18%. So if you harvest too soon and you process this, then the honey might
Ferment.
ferment. Yeah.
Uh-huh. That's a drop of honey.
It's still some brood.
A lot of bees. Beautiful. The white area is the capped honey. So it looks like we're not going to be harvesting any honey today.
Could harvest, but it's better to leave them the honey.
This beautiful lake is just minutes from our house. Here you can fish and visit the little islands by boat. We have lived in big cities, and I can't imagine another way of life, living in tune with the nature.